bringing the field around. 10 laps for the late models. Scaluzzi Chevrolet in Bridgeville. All right. Here they come off of 4. Green is waving. Doug Crawford was ready to go. The Fathead Saloon 9C of Crawford out to a straightaway lead. Bernal is second, Miley third, Geisler fourth, and Kowalik down on the inside. To the inside, trying to pressure Bernal for a second as Crawford continues to lead by half a straightaway. Kowalik is fourth and Geisler fifth. Bradish sixth, Sears seventh, and it's Ferree, Lepro, and Millard. Doug Crawford, he was ready to go when the green waved, and he's still going. Four laps down, 6 to go. Still Crawford by more than a half a straightaway over Bernal. Doug has struggled here the last couple of times he's been here, but he's got the Fathead Saloon 9C rolling tonight. Started out in front. He's been able to keep his foot in it, the momentum around the racetrack. Bernal still second. Miley third. Kowalik fourth, and Geisler is fifth. Three laps to go. White flag signaling one more lap to go. Out of Castle Shannon in the Fathead Saloon 9C. Doug Crawford picks up the win. Mark Bernal second. Ben Miley third. George Kowalik fourth. Lynn Geisler fifth. Lou Bradish, Mike Cecere, Alex Ferree, Jim Lepro, and Reed Millard will round out the field. Doug Crawford goes wire to wire in the of 4, they roll, the green is out. Tatala in front, Himes second. Wade third, Mussolino fourth into 3. Elson and Zarin neck and neck with Baker right behind them. Baker to the outside of Zarin, moving up to 6th. As Atala sets the pace. Rick Heim in the Schultz Ford 29 in 2nd. Lance Elson down on the inside of the 17, trying to pass Tony Mussolino for 4th. Steve Baker joins that battle as well in the 0 car. Three laps are down and 7 to go. Elson to 4th. Mussolino is 5th now. Baker still 6th. Zarin 7th. Atala with a big lead here. Rick Heim, though, running stronger tonight than he has all season in the 29 car. The Schultz Ford. Costa Builders 29 2nd. The Yingling Lager 76 of Wade is 3rd. Atala's lead out to almost a straightaway as we come to the halfway mark. Dave Wade trying to put some heat on Rick Heim for 2nd. Heim's in the fast lane right now. Baker trying to close back in on Mussolino for 5th. Wade to the inside of Heim in turn 4. Still Heim's 2nd, Wade 3rd. 4 laps to go. Turn 2, Steve Baker again pulls up within a car length or 2 of Tony Mussolino, but Mussolino with a better forward bite coming off that 2nd turn, and now Zarin starts to close a bit on Baker. Baker real loose in the middle of the turn there in 3 and 4, and Zarin to his inside as they come down the front stretch. Atala's lead more than a straightaway. Two laps to go, 2 to go. Final lap. Now Atala, luck of the draw puts him up front. He's a tough man to catch when he starts there. The Hunters Peterbilt, American Environmental Services, Phil Lucon, Rep Fab number 84. Al Atala will win it. Rick Heim will bring the 29 home 2nd. Dave Wade 3rd. The 17 of Lance Elson 4th. Tony Mussolino rounds out your top 5 in the 21 car. Points leader Al Atala will pick up 10 more markers. Burrows in the 99. Jesse from Robinson Township in the 18 of Eric Markle. Eric from today. Green is out. The 02 car is putting a lot of fluid on the racetrack, or the 99 car, excuse me, Jesse Burrows. It might be fuel. Looks like it's fuel coming out the rear of the car. Caution is out. The 99 of Jesse Burrows probably going to have to go to the pits. Bobby Castelvetter bring the field up to speed off of 4, and the green is out. And here come your Advanced Auto Parts limited lates. Castelvetter, your leader. Burgoon 2nd, Scott Gunn 3rd. Tom Schoenhofer in the 8, Rich Appolito in the 77 are next. Appolito down on the inside, moves to 3rd. Froggy FM 27C of Bobby Castelvetter. Out to a healthy lead. He's got 3 wins on the year. He's flying tonight. Straightaway advantage. Ed Burgoon not doing too bad for the first time in a race car in 10 years. He is second. Appolito third. Scott Gunn fourth. And Tom Schoenhofer is fifth. Rich Appolito moves to second in car 77, trying to pick up some more ground on points leader Scott Gunn. Gunn with a 25-point lead on Appolito entering the night. Scott now running 2 positions behind Rich in this heat. So Appolito could pick up 4 points. If Gunn were to finish in the 4th spot. Scott trying to pass the 0-2 of Ed Burgoon for third. And he'll make that pass. 1 lap to go for Bobby Castelvetter. Froggy FM. IRL Trucking 27C of Bobby Castelvetter takes the checkered flag. Rich Appolito brings the 77 home second. Scott Gunn in the 14G is third. The 0-2 of Ed Burgoon fourth. And the 8 of Tom Schoenhofer will complete your top 5 finishers. Hanksville. Don Hotchkiss a scratch in the green is out for your Advanced Auto Parts limited late models. Uh-oh, the Danimals run didn't last long. 67X of Danny Rich goes up in a puff of smoke. All right, on the start of the race. Caution is out. Green is out. Jim Steffens, the third. Tom Durant's fourth. Shahan drops to fifth. Out in front, it's Eisminger with Tony the Tiger Sinecrope running a close second. Neil Eisminger in the Bud Bear Buick Pontiac GMC 1 ahead of the Pabst Blue Ribbon 31 of Tony Sinecrope. Then it's the Colbert's Collision 84 of Steffens third. lap to go. Checkered flag is waving for Neil Eisminger. Sinnerkrop second, Steffens third. Durrat's fourth. The 54, Jim Shahan fifth. Hermes from Harmony. Dennis Niederreiter drives the 68s out of McDonald, and Dina Groves, the daughter of Dave Groves, out of Morgantown, West Virginia. Dina's going to be a junior in high school. Yeah, just the third time she's been in a race car. Understand she's quite an athlete. Dina Groves in the G1, starting 8th in this one. First time she's ever raced here. Third time she's been in the race car. Green is out. The trail, the 84, your leader. Domhoff in the 13 second, and Stadowski in the 74 third. Domhoff in the 13 on the inside. Whoa, gets into the 84 and goes spinning himself. Green is back out. '84 Jim Petrell from Weirton, still your leader. Stas Shadowski's for 74 cars second. Oh, Dina Groves into the wall up in turn 4 in the GRS1. Bounced off and keeps it rolling. Here they come off of 4. Steel Petrell, Sadowski, Niederreiter, Domhoff, Myers, Martinek, and Pitcavage. Yeah, she's got definite the front wheels pointing right on the one car. They're trying to get Dina to the pits before she does more damage. Oh, the 68 car of Niederreiter gets out of the groove. Is up against the wall in turn 4, the halfway mark. Green is back out. Dennis Niederreiter thought he had a flat tire. He had the safety crew check to see if there was a tire flat. The car said the car felt like it had flat. They said everything looks good, so he's back out there racing in the 68. Did not have to go to the pits. Jim Petrell is your leader. The Lombard Auto Service Castello Racing Engines 84. Sean Domhoff, who was second early in the race, only to spin, go to the back, has climbed his way back to second again. Stas Shadowski, though, back by him in turn 2. Jim Pitcavish in the 1 close to the wall. Petrell, your leader in that RLA chassis. Domhoff second, Sadowski third, Hermie Myers to 4th, and it's Tom Martinek, Niederreiter, and Pitcavish. Sadowski gets high up in 3 and 4 in the 74 car. 1 lap to go, 1 to go. Checkered flag is waving for Jim Petrell. Sean Domhoff second. Stas Shadowski third. Hermie Myers and Tom Martinek round out the top 5 finishers. Charlier currently third in the points race, behind points leader Wayne Tessine and Russ Matika. Daryl Charlier and Bruce Drystad battle for the lead. It's Charlier with the lead down to the back chute into 3. High Song third in the 16. Vince LeBoon and Mike Anderson are next. It's Anderson fourth, LeBoon fifth, and Fresh Hour and McGill. Daryl Charlier hooked up on the inside of the racetrack. Bruce Drystad still second. Was second. Does a 360 spin. Caution is out. Green is back out. Charlier, your leader. Drystad second. And it's Fresh Hour third. Then Anderson, LeBoon, High Song, and McGill into turn 3. Fresh Hour with a bit of a push in the 8. He'll lose third and fourth as they race down the backstretch. And now High Song in the 16 moves to his outside. Halfway, 4 laps to go. Big lead for Daryl Charlier. Ralph High Song to the outside over in 3 and 4, trying to get by the 17L of Vince LeBoon. 2 laps to go. Big lead for Daryl Charlier. Bruce Drystad still second. Sliding it into that first turn is Bruce. And now it's LeBoon around Anderson for third. Anderson in the 72 and High Song in the 16, rounding out the top 5 here in the late stages. 1 lap remaining. 1 to go. High Song edging by Anderson for fourth as LeBoon dives to the inside of Drystad trying to get second. It's still Bruce second. Vince third. Ralph fourth and Mike fifth. Daryl is gone. The Tri-State Motorsports Panther chassis, the 12 of Daryl Charlier, picking up the heat race win. Second to Bruce Drystad. Vince LeBoon, Ralph High Song, and Mike Anderson complete your top 5 finishers. Lap, so they went and brought the second car from home out of Monaca. A little different look to it. Puglisi and Johns bring the field off of 4. Ken Puglisi has the lead down the backstretch, trying to get the 48 cars sorted out. Ken first year in the E-Mods after moving out of the Ameri-stocks. Inside lane is open, and here comes Wayne to Scene, not wasting any time. He is your new leader. Joel Johns in the Mach 5 is second. A1 Chuck Kennedy to third. Joe Pemberton spins around in the 98 car right below the Cochran sign in turn 4. Caution is out for Joe. He's your points leader. Chuck Kennedy, who got his first modified win here a couple of weeks back, starts third. And Kurt Habadell, who's won just about in every division of this racetrack, is fourth in the 28. And Russ Matika with that different car is right in the battle as well in the 17M. Chuck Kennedy to second in the A1. Descene still your leader. Kennedy second. Then it's Johns. Matika fourth. Kurt Habadell fifth. Halfway, 4 laps to go. Bobby Watt, the 82, goes across the racetrack. Comes to a stop before he hit the wall. And also spinning is the 99 of Bill Johnson. The caution is out. The leader doesn't have the choice of picking the row, inside or outside. They'll start on the point features when we're double foul. They do have the choice. He hits the accelerator, and here comes Chuck Kennedy to the outside with Russ Matika in tow down the front stretch. Matika got a little bite up there in the 17. He moves to third. Two laps to go. White flag, 1 to go. Checkered flag is waving for Wayne to Senior, points leader. Kennedy, Matika, Habadell, and Johns. Habadell in the 28 will get the 4th spot there with a big charge off the 4th turn. Well, they started. Folks, again, next week will be the Shook George Memorial Fall Classic for the limited lane. The green is out. Whoa, look out here. Oh, my. The cone. The cone. The cone. The cone. Green is out. They're straight so far. And Greg McManus in the 71 into the lead from Baldwin. In the NACA Enterprises J&J ATR Auto Service. Eric Betts in the 8 almost spins her out up in 3 and 4. Hackemer second. Here comes Steve Webb. Webb in the 27 moves to second. Steve Webb trying to track down Greg McManus. Hackemer third, Mike McKee fourth, and it's back a ways to the 8 of Eric Betts. Halfway. Webb tries the outside into turn 3. And Steve had a good run in the feature tonight, the wake-up feature with a top 5 run. Now challenging Greg McManus for the lead down the front straightaway with Joe Hackemer and Mike McKee not far behind, just 3 laps to go. Steve Webb edging ahead here. Johnson Auto Service. Wesh Auto Body 27. With 2 laps to go. One lap to go. Steve Webb, checkered flag. And the Eisminger Pennzoil Pure Stocks. Greg McManus second, Joe Hackemer third, Mike McKee, and then the 8 of Eric Betts. And the 72 of Craig Kamaker. Don't ask me how he can run 2 heats and have 8 in one and 24 in the next one. Jack in a 36-69B, Brian Bannis. Hit the gas and the green is out. Whoa, Willie White snaking through there. Still snaking. Went from outside to inside, back to outside. Meantime, A.J. Poljak has got the lead. Craig Kamaker is slowing down in the 72. So after a strong run in the first feature tonight where he finished second, he's got problems. And he's in the pits. For the lead. Jeff Bronaszewski edging ahead of A.J. Poljak. Poljak, Schneider, Bannis, and White all together here with Joe Vac and Darrell Robinson too. Quite a battle. Up high is Brian Bannis in the 69B. Off the wall. Bounces off of Willie and keeps her going. And he's still going down the back straightaway on the outside of Willie White. And now he hits the wall again. Darrell Robinson in the 1R trying to sneak by Brian for 5th. Got some white walls on the right side of the 69B. It's Bronaszewski ahead of Schneider. Poljak third, White fourth. And then Bannis and Robinson. Past the halfway mark. Frankie Schneider, the who won the first feature tonight, putting the pressure to race leader Jeff Broniszewski. One lap to go. Frankie Schneider trying to put the pressure on Jeff Broniszewski. Bannis in his 69 has been trying to knock down the wall. He finally got into it pretty good up there in turn one. Frankie Schneider was running a lot of pressure on Jeff Broniszewski there as they were coming to the finish. Let's see what happens on the restart. Here they come off of 4. They're side by side, and the drag race is on down the front stretch. Sometimes the outside is the preferred line. Schneider was strong up there in the feature tonight, and now he's got the lead as they exit turn 2. Willie White is third. And A.J. Poljak, Darrell Robinson, and Joe Vaca coming to the finish. Maybe Fast Frankie's night. He picks up the win. Broniszewski just does get second. 55, Willie White third. Dwayne Bottle in the 5 on the pole. 1B Bill laps for the amateur stocks. Everybody gets him going again over at 1 and 2. Bill Robertson out in front here, points leader. Dwayne Bottle from the 5, and here comes Davey Lee in the 96, swinging by on the outside. Robertson in front of Lee. Bodorf third. Ward fourth. Jay Adams trying to hold up Bobby Seaman for fifth. Bobby's returned tonight in the 18 after a hard wreck here more than a month ago. Halfway. Imperial Tire and Automotive Chevy of Bill Robertson takes the white flag. Davey Lee still second, then Dwayne Bodorf. Rob Ward, Jay Adams, and Bobby Seaman continue their duel for fifth. Out of Upper St. Clair, Bill Robertson brings the 1B home. Your heat race winner in the amateur stocks. Davey Lee second. Then Dwayne Bodorf, Rob Ward, and Jay Adams. Ameri-stocks are racing again. Uh-oh, Butch Lewandowski to 59, spins around. John Everett gets by in the 77. Butch is still drifting backwards. Caution is... Green is out. Robbie Torrance still leads it. Jim Moore in the 27. 0, Tim Fulmer, 11, Josh Langer, 21, Ian Tomine, the 59 of Butch Lewandowski, all running together. Halfway, 3 to go. Jim Moore to the outside, pulls alongside of race leader Robbie Torrance. Josh Langer in the 11, still third. Tim Fulmer in the 0, fourth, and Ian Tomine and Butch Lewandowski. Josh Langer dives to the low side of Jim Moore, trying to move to second. Ian Tomine follows him in the 21. He's now third. 1 lap remaining, 1 to go. Tim Fulmer in the 0 to fourth. Moore has dropped to fifth in the 27. Here they come off of 4. Robbie Torrance trying to hold on for the win. He'll get it. Langer second, Tomine third, Fulmer fourth, and Moore fifth. For Alex Allen will start 12th. Then 35 Mike Sear, 1Z Jim Zarin, 7A Alex Fareed, 8W Bob Williams, 6 Jim Lepro, 25 Lindo Brashowski. The 14 of Reed Millard, the 697 of Dave Johnson, and the 04 of Gary Swiger. Off the fourth turn they come, looking good, and the green is out. Bradish has the lead. Baker is second, Mussolino third, Geisler to fourth. Into turn number 3. Still Bradish ahead of Baker as they race off of 4. Elson down on the inside will move alongside of Geisler in the battle for fourth and fifth. The Auction Barn 09 of Lou Bradish out in front. Tony Mussolino in the Rhythm House Cafe 21, putting the pressure on the Farm Used Auto Parts 0. Steve Baker for second. Meantime, it's still Elson and Geisler wheel to wheel for fourth and fifth. Geisler fourth in the Cochran car now. Elson fifth into 3. Benall is up to 6. Benall is flying in the T8 car. He moves around Elson. Quickly to fifth is Mark. Trying to follow him is the 84 of Alatala. Bradish, Baker, and Mussolino run 1, 2, and 3. Geisler fourth, but all may be the fastest car. He is fifth right now. 4 laps down, 16 to go. Atala comes to sixth. Elson is seventh, Miley eighth, Kowalik ninth, and Wade is 10th. $15 laps to go, 15 laps remaining. I said Benall may be the fastest. Look at Alatala as he tries to pass Benall for fifth down the back straightaway. Bradish still ahead of Baker. Into 1 and 2. Atala again trying to get by Benall on the inside as they exit turn 2 down the backstretch. Geisler by himself in fourth, Mussolino third. Benall still fifth, Atala sixth, Miley seventh, Elson eighth, Kowalik ninth, and Wade runs 10th. In turn 2, Benall with a bit of a push, and Atala shoots by for fifth in the 84 car. Baker staying right with race leader Lou Bradish. As his leaders start to close on the back of the field in just another lap or two. Ben Miley now to the inside of Mark Benall. Off the second turn, it's still Bradish, Baker, Mussolino 1, 2, and 3 as Gary Swiger heads to the pits in car 04. Just as he was lapped, Swiger pits. Halfway, 10 laps to go, 10 to go. Alatala now to the low side of Lynn Geisler in the battle for fourth. Geisler holds him off through 1 and 2. Mussolino has closed back in on Baker for second. 9 laps to go. More traffic ahead for race leader Lou Bradish. He has won twice this year. Looking for number 3. Baker has won 3 times himself in the 0. Geisler still fourth, Atala fifth, Benall sixth, Miley 7th. Elson 8th, Kowalik 9th, and Wade runs 10th. Oh, Mussolino glances off the wall in the 21, but he kept her going. Had the sparks of flying there for a moment. The 21 car. Bradish now trying to lap the 6 car of Jim Lepro. Here comes Baker to the inside of Bradish in turn 4. They're side by side for the lead. 7 laps to go. Caution is out. Caution is out.
The car is severely damaged. It doesn't look like he'll be back tonight. A lot of sheet metal. They could clear it away, but it's a ton of damage on the T8 car.
Green is back out. Lou Bradish, your leader. Baker second. Mussolino third. Atala now to fourth. Geisler is fifth. Then Miley and Kowalik. Kowalik down on the inside, making progress here in the 5 car. He moves all the way up to 6th. '29, Rick Heim slowing down. Heim in the 29 off the pace. Bradish and Baker open up some daylight here on the restart with 6 laps to go, 6 to go. Bradish, Baker, Mussolino third, Atala fourth, Geisler fifth, Kowalik sixth, Miley 7th, Elson 8th, Zarin 9th, and Dave Wade and Doug Crawford battle for 10th. It's Wade 10th, Crawford 11th, and Faree, Williams, Cecere, Dobrashevsky, Millard, Lepro, and Johnson. Alatala has moved to third in the last 2 laps. He started 12th. And he's closing quickly on the front two. Atala now to the inside of Baker. Baker still second, Atala third. 3 laps to go. Down the back chute. Mussolino fourth and Geisler fifth. Bob Williams in car 8 into the wall in turn 1. Caution is out for the 8 car of Bob Williams in turns 1 and 2. Green is out. Talla goes to the outside, trying to put some pressure on Baker. They're single file on the back straightaway. Bradish opens up a few car length advantage. Here comes Talla to the outside again in 4. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Battle continues for 5th between Geisler and Kowalik. Mussolino sideways down the backstretch in the 21. Going for a wild ride. Atala to the outside of Baker. Baker shuts the door again. 1 lap to go. It's Bradish ahead. Baker second, Atala third as they come to the checkered flag. Off of 4, here they come. Atala again to the outside of Baker. He'll get second. Baker third. Mussolino fourth. Geisler fifth. And Lou Bradish gets the win. Now Atala. Have a nice hand, folks, for Lou Bradish.
As we get Lou out of the car, we'll get him down over here. Big guy, 3rd win of the season. This is good for you. Good win tonight.
Yeah, it's good to be back tonight, and my guys told me I had to win because we were out of pop and chips. And look at my crew. I mean, you can see they need the pop and the chips.
Yeah, these are small guys. They definitely need that stuff. The Pepsi and the Snyder's potato chips. Tonight, Twins, you're going to draw the 50-50, then you'll this happen tonight.
It's not too tough so far. I kind of like it.
All right, let's do the 50-50 first.
Racing engines, 3 times in victory lane this year. Good job. Anybody else? Anybody I'm missing? Rock Springs Auto Parts, Chester, West Virginia. I'll tell you what, these guys I couldn't do without them.
Lou Bradish, ladies and gentlemen, big hands for him as he wins the first of the Twin 20s right here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Dow, back up to you.
His cars were always the number 10. Jim Steffens and points leader Scott Gunn, your front row, and the green is out. It's Gunn in front, Steffens second, Sinekrov third, Eisminger fourth, and Castelvetter fifth. Sinekrov down on the inside trying to take second away from Jim Steffens. Tony the Tiger in the Pabst Blue Ribbon 31 moves to second. Gun out in front in the West Mifflin collision. Look out, Tom Schoenhofer. I think it looks like a wheel came off the car. Schoenhofer in the 8 on the back straightaway. One of the wheels. 8 car Schoenhofer being towed away, and we'll get back. Start second here. Tony Sinekrov is third. Eisminger in the 1/4. Castelvetter, who was so fast in his heat tonight, 5th in the 27. Green is out. Gunn is flying through the turns. Sinecrope again moves to second. Eisminger fourth and Castelvetter fifth. Burgoon and Appolito are next. And John Hodgkiss, Jesse Burrows, Tom Duratz, Jim Shahan, Jay Collins, and Eric Markle. Contact into turn one. Jesse Burrows spins out in the 99. He got into that first turn on. Had himself quite a lead there in the 14 car. He's been fast every restart from the start of the race. He takes off again. He's getting lots of traction. Sinecrope second. Here comes Neil Eisminger in the one car to third. Steffens is fourth, and Appolito moves to fifth. Hodgkiss on the charge in the 69 car. He'll go to sixth. Jim Steffens edging back ahead of Neil Eisminger, making the pass for third. Got in Sinecrope, head of the field. Sinecrope may actually be closing in a bit on the race leader with 13 laps to go. Not that time. And we got another wreck in turn one. This time it's the 55 of Duratz and the 02 of Burgoon, I believe, are the two cars. Green is out. Hodgkiss to fifth in the 69. But here comes Appolito back to his inside through 3 and 4. Side by side for 4th and 5th. Down the back straightaway. The battle continues for that 5th spot. Appolito 5th, Hodgkiss 6th. Sinecrope staying right on the tail of Scott Gunn. As we're now past the halfway mark. Sinecrope shadowing Gunn's every move. Tony the Tiger up on the wheel here, trying to get underneath Scott in turn 4. Still Gunn getting it done with 9 to go. 8 to go. Now Scott Gunn has extended that lead. know. Tony may have served Scott a little wake-up call. As the lead has solidified here with 5 laps to go. The Subway West Mifflin collision rocket of Scott Gunn. Trying to hold off the Pabst Blue Ribbon rocket of Tony Sinecrow. Then it's the Colbert's collision rocket of Steffens. The Bud Bear Buick Pontiac GMC rocket of Eisminger and the All-Pro waterproofing rocket of Rich Appolito. Traffic ahead for race leader Scott Gunn, trying to win his 7th of the year, which would match Wayne Tessine for the most wins here at the Speedway in 2003. And add to his points lead in the process, he lost ground to Rich Appolito last week. Eric Markle slowing down in the 18 car. Coming to the white flag, taking advantage of that front row starting spot. Scott Gunn looking for a division-leading 7th win of the year. Former winner of the Sportsman of the Year award here at Pittsburgh. The West Mifflin Collision Center Subway 14G. Scott Machine Gun gets it done again. Sinecrow second, Steffens third, Eisminger fourth, and Appolito fifth. Sixth will go to Hotchkiss. Castelvetter seventh, Burrows eighth, Collins ninth, and Shahan 10th. Shahan ninth. And I believe the 0-2. How about a nice hand, folks, for Scott Gunn.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, the hottest gun in town. Tommy Maddox has nothing over this guy. 7 wins, 18 races. Wow.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I can't believe this is happening to us. It's getting to crunch time. I needed this win. Rich was really catching up. The guys really pouring it on me. Every time I see him to pull a lead, he seems to reel me right back in. So every race is very important this year. No.
Tony Sinecrow, could you see him a couple of times in turn 1 because he was right there on you?
No, never saw him. I just concentrate and make sure I hit my marks every time. My car started getting a little bit tight towards the end there. I was having to let off going in. That's probably what allowed him to run in on us. But we kept it under control, kept our line, and it turned out for our favor.
This has to exceed any of your wildest expectations when you got in this car late last season.
Way over exceeds. I was just hoping to get a top 5 this year, and what we've done has been incredible and unbelievable, and I just thank God and my family. It's been great.
Now, I know you have a bunch of people beside your own West Mifflin Collision on there. Who would you like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank second win in a row for our new sponsor, Colucci Tile and Marble, guys on McNeely Road. I'm really happy to have them on board. Great people. West Mifflin Collision, Subway Subs, been great to us. Who else we got? We got Toys R Us of Greater Pittsburgh. Those guys are always on our side. I think they're going to help us out a little bit with the Racers for Tots this year, so that's been really good, and I think that's about it.
You guys are big into Racers for Tots. What a great organization. You guys have done so much for the kids in Western PA.
Oh, thanks a lot. With Jimmy Staggerwall running a deal, you can only be helpful.
Folks, put your hands together. 7 wins in a row, or 7 wins this season for the 14G. Scotty Gunn.
Won more late model races here than anyone. Starts alongside Kowalik with the lead. Geisler second, Mussolino third, and Baker fourth as they head down the backstretch. Then Zarin, Atala, Elson, Wade, Faree, Miley all together off of 4 looking for alleys. Atala splits the seam underneath Zarin to move up to 5th. Kowalik out in front, Geisler second. Here comes young Tony Mussolino to challenge Lynn. Baker still 4th and Atala 5th. Bob Williams going to the pits in car 8. Williams going to the pits in car 8. Zarin charges up alongside of Atala for 5th down the backstretch in the 1Z. Jimmy Z to 5th. Mussolino continues to challenge Geisler. In the Medical Center brace. Auto House 5 of George Kowalik has himself a half a straightaway lead, and he's on the gas pedal hard in turn 4. Atala and Zarin continue that scrap for 5th. Geisler still 2nd, Mussolino 3rd. Baker, Zarin, 6 through 10, Atala, Wade, Elson, Miley, Faree. Mussolino out of shape for a moment there as he tried to get by Geisler. Now Baker goes to the outside of Mussolino into turn 1. And he'll be able to make the pass. Lou Bradish picking up a spot in car 09 as he passes the 7 of Alex Faree. Way out in front, George Kowalik. Track is really bolting down. You can see them. The left front wheel way high in the sky as the rubber gets laid down. Passing becoming harder and harder. Close to the halfway mark. Kowalik has extended that lead to a straightaway now. He is just gone. Completing lap number 9. Lapping the, oh, look out, Kowalik for a wild ride down that front straightaway. He misjudged the 04 of Gary Swiger there and was headed to the Jersey or the Uke tires for a minute. Now he dives by Swiger into turn 3. Steve Baker into turn 3 underneath Tony Mussolino. He'll make the pass for 3rd, but here comes Mussolino back under Baker off of 4. Zarin sitting there in 5th. Nine laps to go. George Kowalik continues to lead. The Medical Center Brace Auto House 5, the Cochran Automotive 1C of Lynn Geisler 2nd. Tony Mussolino in the Rhythm House Cafe, 21 3rd. The Farm Used Auto Parts 0, Baker 4th, and the Ace Tire and Parts 1Z of Baker. Zarin trying to pass Baker for 4th off of 4. Dave Wade contact into 1. Zarin and Baker, they're still going, but contact there will move Zarin up to 4th. Wade 5th now, and Baker drops to 6th. He may have a flat tire. Off of 4 they come. A real scramble there. And they're still on the gas, so apparently the tire isn't flat. Here comes George Kowalik with 6 laps to go. He was so close early in the season, had several top 5 runs here, then had a stretch of bad luck where nothing seemed to go right. It's going right now. He's got 5 more laps to go. And a whole lot of real estate between himself and the battle for second as they split the lap car. Jim Lepro, Lynn Geisler, Tony Mussolino, and now Jim Zarin. The action heating up for second, third, and fourth as Lepro pits in the 6 car. Kowalik has extended that lead now to a third of a lap. Two or 3 laps to go, I should say, as Kowalik is way ahead of the rest. They complete their 17th lap. Coming around to complete lap 18, just 2 to go. The Duquesne University student. Geisler still second, Mussolino third, Zarin fourth, Wade fifth, Baker, Atala, Elson, Miley, Bradish, Faris, Cesir, Dobrashelsky, and Heim. White flag is waving as Dave Johnson pits in the 6.97. George Kowalik less than a lap away from his first career feature win. Down the back straightaway one more time in the Medical Center brace. Auto House 5. He left no doubt about it. I knew it'd be tough starting up front, and he did not disappoint. George Kowalik gets his first late model feature win. Lynn Geisler will bring the 1C home second. Mussolino third, Zarin fourth, Wade fifth, Baker sixth, Atala seventh, Elson eighth, Miley ninth, and Bradish 10th. Win, George Kowalik.
We'll get George down here. And George, congratulations about your first career win. Black car, you got to like this thing.
Oh, we like it a lot. We had the car all graphicked up before, and we took all the decals off, and maybe it made us faster. I don't know. It seems like it's working.
Well, it seems like it's working real well. You were real consistent, a lot of top 5 finishes. Tonight, you were light years ahead of everybody else.
Well, we started real good in the beginning of the year, and then we kind of dropped down. Since the Max show, we seemed to be running pretty good. But we went on that first feature, and then we came in and we changed everything in the front end and kind of had to just wing it. And it turned out pretty good. I saw we were on the front row, so I didn't want to run the way we were before.
To say you ran away with it is an understatement. You did really well. When you got to a race like this where you knew no one was behind you, was it just hit your spots, stay in your line, and just sort of keep it going?
Well, it was kind of like that. I mean, I got a little too excited at the beginning and missed the groove a couple times, but I knew I had to beat Geisler on the starter. It was going to be a hard race. I got to thank Louis for the pill draw, though, because it seems like the way to win here to start on the front row, and it seems to be what we both did.
Well, you guys did a great job tonight, both winning a 20-lap feature here at Pittsburgh. This has to be very good for you.
Thanks. I got to thank my parents and the guys here helping me. Auto House, Medical Center brace. Louis, he pulled an excellent pill, like I said before. I think that was the biggest part about it. And John Flinter's been helping me a lot lately, too.
Congratulations on your first career win here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Folks, what a team. These guys did a great job tonight. It was a really great race, and you're going to see this kid back in the winner's circle very, very soon.
Cars, 15 laps. It's 24 lovely E-modifieds for their 15-lap feature. Here they come, 24 cars strong. Chuck Kennedy, your leader. Daryl Charlier moves to second. Bruce Drystad in the 78 will be third. Sean Dumhoff fourth. Russ Matika moves to fifth. Matika trying to make it work on the top side in the 17M. And we got a wreck in turn one. It's like the Mach 5 of Joel Jones time by. Green back out. Daryl Charlier will use the outside to take the lead away on the restart. Kennedy second. Sean Dumhoff in the 13 car is third. He's been strong all night. Bruce Drystad fourth, and Russ Matika slides to fifth in the 17M. Here comes Kennedy to the outside of Charlier in turn four. Into turn number one, it's still Daryl Charlier ahead of Chuck Kennedy. But Charlier pushes a little high and Kennedy drives by with the lead. Sean Dumhoff still third, Bruce Drystad fourth, and Russ Matika fifth. Oh, Matika into the back of the 78 car, but Drystad keeps it going. Charlier, meantime, pushes high. The 78, and here comes Wayne Tessine down on the inside. Got ourselves a real battle. Look out, Charlier in the 12 does a 360. We got all cars spinning everywhere down in turn one. I got the racetrack blocked. 4 laps are down as we restart. Chuck Kennedy, your leader. Sean Dumhoff having his best Pittsburgh run is second. Wayne Tessine now moves to third on the outside of Daryl Charlier, and here comes Russ Matika in the 17M car to fourth. Jim Petrell back onto the Speedway in car 84. Dina Groves having a hard time in that one car. Joe Pemberton in car 98. Crossing the racetrack trying to get to the pits. Dina Groves continues to struggle in the one car. Hopefully she can keep her in a straight line when the leaders bear down on her, which may not be long the way we're going. It's 7 laps to go. Kennedy ahead of Dumhoff, and Wayne Tessine lurks in third. She's going to spin out. Dina Groves spins out in front of the leaders. Everybody gets by. Caution is out. Still Chuck Kennedy. Dina Groves has pitted. Sean Dumhoff in the 13 trying to hold off the 10 of Wayne Tessine for second. Petrell back in the pits in car 84. 6 laps to go. Matika to the low side of Kurt Havidel now in the battle for 4th and 5th. Charlier is 6th. Drystad 7th. Anderson 8th. Highsong 9th. And Bill Johnson is 10th. Russ Matika, in the 17M, passing the 28 of Kurt Habadell for fourth. Sean Dumhoff trying to give Chuck Kennedy a real battle here down the home stretch. Wayne Tessine third. The points leader, Matika fourth. Tessine the points leader, Matika second. Dumhoff right up on the back end of Kennedy, the middle of 3 and 4. But Chuck, I think a pretty strong race coming off. 3 laps to go. Dennis Niederreiter returns to the racetrack in car 68. The Austin's A1 Bleach, St. Barnabas. Kennedy Auto Sales A1 of Chuck Kennedy got his first modified win at Pittsburgh just 2 weeks ago, and obviously he must have liked it because he's got a lap to go to claim his second. Sean Dumhoff in second, having his best Pittsburgh run. Wayne Tessine third, Russ Matika fourth, and Kurt Habadell fifth. Charlier, Anderson, Drystad, and Highsong are next. Out of Mars, 2 wins in 3 weeks. If he can hold on here, gets a little high in 4, but he'll bring her home. The winner, Chuck Kennedy. Sean Dumhoff second, Wayne Tessine third, Russ Matika fourth, Kurt Habadell fifth, and it's Anderson, Highsong, Charlier with a flat tire will finish in the top 10, but lost some ground on that final lap. She shredded the right rear tire in the 12 car. How about a nice hand, folks, for Chuck Kennedy?
Chuck gets a kiss and comes over here. Chuck, the Austin's A1 Bleach. You got 2 wins this season. This is good stuff.
Well, we were really happy a couple weeks back when we won when the track was real heavy and muddy, and that's the kind of track I like to race on, something we hammer down. And I told these guys we've been getting better and better on this slicker stuff, and well, tonight we got it done on the slick, although it did start to take a little bit of rubber and started to go, so it wasn't totally slick.
The E-mods here at Pittsburgh, it's getting tougher all the time. You've beat a class field.
Well, we come down here at the beginning of last year, and we weren't any good at all, and we just kept changing and changing and changing our car around, springs and shocks and so on, and finally about 6-7 weeks ago we finally got to something that felt pretty good, and so far we've got 2 wins with it, so it is pretty good, I guess.
I know you have a lot of people to thank besides yourself, of course.
Oh yeah, all these guys standing around here working on it, my boys and Bob Miller and John Miller, the guy that takes our tickets at the back gate. He comes out on Tuesday nights and works in the car, and without those guys, especially working on the car, but we can't forget the sponsors who help make it all possible for us. Anybody up there that has some extra pennies that they don't know what to do with, our Pennies for Patients campaign's a pretty neat thing. It helps people that don't have the money for elderly care, and if you have any extra pennies, we'd sure like to have a few of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, bring your pennies, and congratulations to Chuck Kennedy. Put your hands together, folks. Great win tonight.
Green is out. Willie White with Jeff Bronaszewski second. Joe Hackemer on the outside in the 69H. He is third. Greg McManus fourth. Joe Vac in the 06 climbs the ladder. On the outside, he is fifth. Steve Webb sixth. Greg McManus to third in the 71. A little bumper tag on the back straightaway there. A little brake check action. Steve Webb loses a couple of spots down the backstretch in the 27. Frankie Schneider trying to work his way up in the contention here in the 5 car after starting 12th. It's Willie White showing the way over Jeff Bronaszewski. Greg McManus, Joe Vaca, Darrell Robinson, Joe Hackemer, Frankie Schneider, Ron O'Patchen, Mike McKee, and A.J. Poljak. Steve Webb, who had such a good night going with a top 5 finish in the first feature and a heat race win, and was running strong early in this one, is in the pits now with 11 laps to go. Darrell Robinson, who moved to fourth, now challenging Greg McManus for third. Robinson to third, McManus drops to fourth, and John Kane in the 06 is fifth. Willie White driving off here. Just the halfway mark now, 7 to go. The race tightening up for second. Darrell Robinson is caught up to Jeff Bronaszewski, who's subbing for Doug Foster tonight. Willie has 2 wins this year, but none since May 24th. It's been a while. Bronaszewski, a former Pure Stock champ. And we got a spin over in turn 4, the 36 of A.J. Poljak. Mark Greer in the 18 spinning out after the caution had. Green is out. Laps from the finish. Bronaszewski trying to mount a little charge here, put a little challenge to Willie. Still the Comcast cables 55 ahead of the Fireside N3 FC3. The Morrow Motors 1R Robinson third. Joe Vac in the 06 now dives to the low side of Greg McManus in the 71. Vaca moves up into fourth. Ron O'Patchen trying to follow him to fifth as Robinson in the 1R slides underneath the 3 of Broniszewski for second. Two laps to go. 2 to go. Frankie Schneider by the 71 of Greg McManus, up to 6th. 1 lap to go. Spin in turn 4, the 10 of Nick Kachuba. Steve Webb in the 27 car back into the pits. Green is out. Here comes Darrell Robinson to the inside of Willie White. The Morrow Motors 1R goes for the lead and got it down the backstretch. Now White into 55, hard into 3. Broniszewski still sitting in 3rd. He tries to get under Willie in turn 4. 1 lap to go. Watch the battle for a second now as Broniszewski pulls even with White and Opachin pulls alongside of Backer for 4th. Darrell Robinson going to get the win in the Morrow Motors 1R. Drag race for 2nd will go to Jeff Broniszewski with White 3rd, Opachin 4th, and Backer 5th. How about a nice hand, folks, for Darrell Robinson.
We'll get Darrell down here, and wow, a 16-lap race and the white flag lap. He makes the big pass. Darrell, congratulations. 4th win of the season. Now that was a race.
Yeah, buddy, this racetrack's slick now. I didn't know if I can drive on a slick track. I like them heavy ones, but man, we just changed a couple things on the car, and it just came alive. I just held my line, and Willie, he tried to dive low down there that last corner. He washed right up. I just held my groove and right on by.
Now, when you went past him, did you think, okay, I just have to stay out in front, and they were coming?
Yeah, I goofed up. Actually, I just over-adrenaline, drove in the next corner a little too hard. So, yeah, you got to settle down. You got to keep it all under control.
You got to keep it under you, and I know you have a ton of people you'd like to thank.
I'd like to thank Bill Kell Racing. You know them people build motors, and man, they just last and last, and the horsepower they got. Morrow Motors, they've been a great sponsor of mine. They're the main sponsor. And then Oval Motion, them guys built that cage. They put the cage in that car and done a heck of a job. It's a safe one.
Well, congratulations on your 4th win of the season. Folks, put your hands together. Great racing tonight here. Darrell Robinson, your winner, is 4th of the season here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway.
That's for Jenny to go.
Green is out for the final race of the night. Bill Robertson in the 1B from the pole. Robbie Torrance 2nd. Josh Langer is third. Davey Lee or Ian Tomai and Davey Lee are next in line. Josh Langer to the low side of Robbie Torrance, trying to move into second. Bill Robertson from the pole looking for win number 6. Langer to second, then Torrance, Davey Lee, and Ian Tomai all bunched together. Robertson way out in front. Rob Ward pitting in the 70 car. And Tim Fulmer, the opening winner tonight in the 0, spins around. And now Parks are against the Uke tires. Caution is out. Green back out. Bill Robertson had himself a pretty handy lead when the caution waved. Now teammate Josh Langer's trying to put a little pressure on. Robbie Torrance third, Davey Lee fourth, and Ian Tomai in the 21 fifth. Ian Tomai in the 21 moving to fourth. Davey Lee in the 96 pulls right back alongside of Ian down the backstretch. Rob Ward in the 70 and Jen Walters in the 44 together over there off the second turn. Caution is out. Rob Ward back in the pits in the 70 car. Robbie Torrance and Davey Lee have a little paint exchange down the back straightaway in that battle for third. Two laps to go. Bill Robertson a lap away from his 6th win. Robertson will win it. Langer second. Torrance third, then Tomai and Lee. How about I say it, folks, for Bill Robertson.
Bill Robertson exits the race car, and we were just chatting. It's nice when you can start up front, get that clear sailing going out there.
Yeah, that means all the difference. You get up there, you can run your own line and your own pace. That makes a big difference.
This team, 6 wins this year. You've done really well.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. There's a lot of good, fast cars out here. Maybe this bigger car just maybe sticks a little better in the turns. It's like driving a Cadillac out there.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Imperial Tire and Automotive, Imperial Heights Garage, Bronzeville Tan, Washington's Landing Marina, Motorsports Decals. Without them, I couldn't be here.
And maybe we'll get you a Cadillac dealership somewhere along the way.
That'd be great. Thanks.
Billy Robertson, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. 6 wins for the 1B. Thanks for coming, and good night.